You have entered the Chronic's rabbit hole. And Remy, thank you so much for your Patreon membership request. You are bringing down some Moonsorrow for us, but this isn't one of their original songs. This is a cover of one of my favorite bands of Metallica, and the song today is For Whom the Bells Toll.
Thank you so much, Remy. I can't believe we're having a Moonsorrow cover of Metallica coming down the rabbit hole. Remy, thank you so much for bringing Moonsorrow back down the rabbit hole. This is something very different. I've actually never heard Moonsorrow do a cover before.
Very true.
So this is going to be really exciting to see what they do with someone else's music, because we've always listened to them doing their own stuff, which is also always very cinematic. Mm-hmm. So I'm really curious to see how For Whom the Bells Toll plays out with this. And if you guys are as excited to be here with us, then remember to like this video, comment down below your favorite songs from Moonsorrow, or if you have any other covers that they've done that are some of your favorites, let us know in the comment section below, and subscribe to this channel so you never miss a video coming down the rabbit hole.
All right, I definitely know this song. I don't think you know this song from Metallica, or maybe
I
you
actually do know this one a little bit.
That's glad to hear, so we can see how they're gonna make this their own. And for me, I've always wanted them to cover Metallica because of his scream and the way he actually can sound a lot like James, and they already have that awesome thrashy feel, so they're gonna Finland-ize Metallica here. Here we go.
The bells.
Oh. They only let one bell go. Oh. Oh, they made this their own.
They sure have.
What? Oh! Frick yeah! Is this a guitar?
Keyboard, I think.
Keyboard, yeah, it must be. Oh my god, how are they doing this? What? Wow. Now. Well, now. Yeah.
That was the first time I heard Metallica, was when they went that was the first Metallica bit that I really heard, because they had the bell toll just the one time, whereas in the original it kind of tolls a little bit more than that.
Yeah, of
course. But then
course.
when they came in, it was like full Moonsorrow.
Totally,
like they 100% made it their own. Like, I was like, wait, am I even listening to the right song right now?
Because they don't even have the lyrics going. Like, they're
No.
kind of making this an instrumental with just a little bit of war cries. And like you said, they just made this so Moonsorrow that if you didn't even know For Whom the Bell Tolls existed, this would have felt just like another Moonsorrow song because of how well structured it is. But also knowing how much Metallica really has influenced so many bands around the world, and that they want to be covered. Like, they want to, every band wants to cover Metallica.
One of their favorite songs on Metallica, absolutely.
Every time, so... Yeah, and that, like, was the first time it really felt like Metallica, because they even did the keyboard, the on the keyboard opposed to the guitar, so like they changed it in so many smart ways.
They did, and you said, "Is this a guitar?" And then I was like, "No, I think it's a keyboard." So like, let us know which one of us is right, because
I think it is a keyboard. That's what I agree with. Okay, yeah.
So, but yeah, this is so different than what I expected.
Yeah, me too. dance. From the hill. Oh, it's here! Yes! On the right. Be my nose. Yes! That's what I wanted to hear! Yes! Oh my god, come on, y'all.
Wow.
I wanted to hear them do the harmony for the "For Whom the Bell Toll." That's exactly what I wanted, then they did it. And then I wanted him to give me his, like, "Time Marches," like, go in so hard there, and then he did it. Because he can also sing like James, but then I wanted him to add what makes the Moonsorrow. And they just did it. And then I should have known because it's 7 minutes and 42 seconds where the original is only like 4 to 5 minutes. So obviously they have prolonged it from the original, and that build up was coming, and the lyrics I thought were getting skipped. It was just building up a little slower and more Moonsorrow style.
They did a full Moonsorrow build up with it, and then went into the more metallic-y feel when they got into the lyrics and everything, and it's just beautiful.
This is perfect. It's the last time you wear. Oh! Da-na-na. Ah! So good, eh?
So good.
Or is it this? Oh. Prolonged end too. Wow. Oh, they did so good there.
Wow.
I love when your assumptions are wrong in the right way. Like, because obviously you could just do it verbatim and it would have sounded incredible, right? Um, because it's a great song just to start with, and the way that they somehow made it sound Moonsorrow, even to the point where we paused the first time and then we went back in, I was like, is this For Whom the Bells Toll? Like, it just sounded so different because it wasn't the same thing jumping back into from the original, so it just had such a different feel, and that's really hard to do. And like bands like The Warning did really good with Enter Sandman, but I think this is the best For Whom the Bells Tolls cover that I've seen that makes it feel like still their own, that the band that was covering it. So it's like,
Absolutely.
it's just so well done, and I can't believe they pull it off every time.
They do pull it off every time. And like this is the first time we've heard a cover from them. So like you said, we were like, okay, well, how are they going to do this? Is it going to be verbatim? It's probably not because it is Moonsorrow.
Yeah.
It definitely made me even question how well I knew For Whom the Bells
original?
Toll and the original.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's been so long since I've actually heard the song.
Right.
And I've only heard it a couple of times. So it's like I know it, but I'm not like know it so well. So when Moonsorrow came in and made it their own with that long beginning,
Right.
because they started with the bells, the way the Bells Toll started,
Yeah.
but then they completely changed it up as well and just were adding bits and pieces.
And that was the way to almost let you know it's like this is going to be different.
Absolutely.
Right off the bat.
It was like versus it being a cover, it was more like being a reimagine of the song.
100% is a reimagination. That is what it is, because it's like a whole 3 more minutes they added to it,
Yeah.
right? And I actually remember I have an awesome story with For Whom the Bells Tolls. I'm riding in my car with my friends to a basketball game, and we're listening to a radio station. They say call in to get your song in, so I actually called in to get a hype song, and that's the song I picked. And then what was really cool is the next person that called in is like, shout out to the guy who just got For Whom the Bell Tolls on the radio. I haven't heard that song forever, and I'm hyped now. So, like, we hyped everyone on the island, and then we lost the game, so it was hilarious.
No.
But, like, that's what, like, this song means to me. It always hyped me up. It was one of those songs I had to listen to before I went to war when I was playing my sports. So, like, for Moonsorrow, this is Metallica has this European flair to it, or this universal flair where even European bands can go cover, and it sounds like they had the same type of metal, but even though they're from America, they're juggernauts around the world, and it's so cool for us because that is a band I've known forever, how much they've been influenced to these bands I'm now learning from around the world. It actually, for me, it's incredible. So,
and Metallica was such a juggernaut in music that even in my family it was big and people listened to it.
Yeah,
and stuff.
you had to.
So like you had to, it was on the radio, it was everywhere, and this was such a beautiful reimagining of it. Yeah. I'm so glad that they added the Moonsorrow war cries,
of course, yeah,
into
they're
this,
staples,
and they're
right?
staples of what they are as Moonsorrow, because it definitely for me, I love getting lost in Moonsorrow's music because it's so cinematic, and so this brought me back to that feeling while also having that nostalgia to it at the same time.
Yeah, and I'm wondering because it's from one of their actual albums, because it almost sounded like it was going to go into another song.
Yeah,
it was transitioning. So usually when a band covers a song, it's at the very end of an album. So it almost feels like, was this just thrown in the middle too? Because it just effortlessly flew.
Oh. Or is this like kind of like a Weapons of Mass Seduction kind of style album where it's a whole bunch of different covers on one album that they've transitioned together?
So let us know. We've chatted enough. This was amazing. Remy, thank you so much. Moonsorrow fans, thank you as well. You guys have been an awesome blessing to us. And we found out there's even Moonsorrow fans in Calgary where we're from as well.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So that's really cool. That's why it shows how far music actually does travel. So thank you so much. If you had a good time, hit that like button. Go subscribe to Moonsorrow's channel as well to give them some support as well. And to Metallica while you're at it. All right, we're exiting the rabbit hole, folks.
Peace and love, everyone.
God bless y'all.
Take care, and bye from now.
Nom, nom.
Nom, nom.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Enter the Chronicness.
Special thanks to all of our YouTube, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee members. Thank you for all of your support.